Hey everyone, welcome back. Imagine a crypto project that has the potential to 10x, and it's already outperforming most of the market by steadily gaining over the past month. And it's called RUNE. And if you've seen some of my videos in the past, RUNE is one of my favorite projects for this bull run. So stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'm going to try to explain to you why RUNE could be the next big thing. Now, imagine you've actually bought crypto in the past, and the chances are you've actually used a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance. Now, what many people don't realize is that when you use all these platforms, you do not own the coins that you're actually buying or that you think you're buying. The exchange does, not your keys, not your crypto. And if this exchange actually collapses, goes insolvent, or actually gets hacked, you can lose everything overnight. So this is where THORChain comes in by providing native asset swaps. Imagine a DEX. I know a lot of us know what a DEX is, a decentralized exchange. Now, imagine a DEX where you can actually swap native assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum without ever giving up custody of your funds. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but with THORChain, it doesn't only sound good, it's actually possible. And it's happening right now. And the best part is you basically pay no slippage or close to no slippage on most of your trades. And guess what? You never lose custody of your crypto. Isn't that great? Now, why do I believe this is a game changer? And I know THORChain and its native RUNE token has been around for a while. THORChain is a decentralized liquidity network, and it allows users to swap assets while keeping full custody of their assets. And what's my favorite part about it? The native token RUNE has been on fire since 2023, and it's been up significantly while the rest of the market has been struggling. And during the last bull run, RUNE actually hit a peak of $20, which would be around here. And that was back in May of 2021. And there were some issues. There was some vulnerabilities found, which made the token collapse during the bear market. And I know it's not showing here, but I clearly there it is. Clearly remember this going under $1. THORChain was still in the early stages, even after this pump. And it was actually trying to solve critical problems, which are very hard to solve. And I think they're gaining ground. And even when you look at the market cap, yes, you can think, oh, the market cap's already $1.6 billion. Yes, but guess what? They bring a ton of revenue. They bring a ton of volume. I mean, look at the last 24 hours of trading volume, $379 million. And with a TVL of 251 million and a circulating supply of 336 million. It's definitely a dream for anybody that actually wants a solid project to stand behind, not only for this bull run, but for the long run. When it comes to the most recent developments, I know they're not exactly new, but when it comes to recent developments, we fast forward to today, and a couple months ago, THORChain has actually overcome a lot of the early challenges that it faced during the early stages. And a major breakthrough that they had was the launch of stream swaps. And this actually gives people better prices than what you can even get on the exchanges. And this feature caused a massive surge in volume. And this is when THORChain actually hit a new record of over 100 million daily volume. And that was back in the day. I think it was like right here, if I'm not mistaken. So then again, why do I think RUNE will explode? Well, a lot of people call him flywheel tokenomics. So why is all this volume so bullish for the RUNE token? And it's all about the flywheel tokenomics. So for THORChain to work, providers of liquidity have to actually supply liquidity using 50-50 RUNE and the other 50% non-RUNE assets. So it basically means that whenever a swap happened, more RUNE actually gets locked into the system. Guess what? When it comes to liquidity and bonding, more RUNE gets bonded basically means higher prices. And as I said, it doesn't stop there. Node operators have to bond $2 worth of RUNE for every $1 of non-RUNE assets in the pool. So basically, for $1 worth of Bitcoin, they have to bond $2 worth of RUNE. So this makes it a 3-to-1 ratio, if I get that correctly. And it creates a spinning wheel cycle, a powerful one, if that. So the more swaps there are in the system, the more liquidity is actually needed, and then more room's going to get locked. So which ultimately is going to push the price up. When it comes to Catalyst, I know they've been talking about lending and burning. I know they started burning already. They haven't been going on for a long time, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. And lending has been live, but to be honest, I've tried it. I haven't been able to get it to work, but I'm going to keep trying. And there's even more. So for this lending, they give you a loan with zero interest, no risk of liquidation, no expiration dates. And if that doesn't make you bullish, I don't know what will. And plus, this lending is actually going to burn RUNE, which is going to reduce the supply, and it's going to drive up the price even more. I already own a ton of RUNE. And look at this. Even the AI price prediction that CoinStats has it at $21.87. And so why am I still buying RUNE now? I'm stacking as much as I can because I believe THORChain is really going to be a top 10 project, if not a top 20 at the very minimum on this next bull run. Now, when we get there and that happens, the price of RUNE is going to explode. You have no idea what's coming. And I have a vision of it. And this is what you have to think about. You have to have conviction in your positions. Don't buy because anyone else tells you or you hear me say it. Do your own research. And once you do, have the conviction. Know why you're doing. Know why you're pressing that button. A lot of people have agendas. And honestly, always do your own research. I hate to sound like a broken record, but it seems like a lot of people are just buying crap nowadays. And you need to have something solid in your portfolio that's going to be able to weather the storm. This is not a meme coin where you're going to wake up one day and your life savings are gone. So always think about that. Now, when it comes to the big question, I saw this article. I think it was, where was it? There it is. So they actually had some price predictions for 2026 and 2030. And while I agree with some of these on the long term, I honestly think they're a little bit on the low end. So the big question is, how much RUNE do you actually need to become a millionaire? So if I really break it down at the current price, you would need somewhere around 199,000 RUNE tokens to hit $1 million during the bull run. And that's if we get to the previous all-time high of $20, which is basically, this is basically what AI was telling us. So take that with a grain of salt, but that's what it's basing its predictions on. So if you had no RUNE today and you wanted to do it at the current price, it would take you about 199,000 RUNE to hit $1 million once we get to that price. So for you to have $1 million right now, it would take you 199. Let's just say 200,000 RUNE at the current price, if not a little more. Okay, you get the point. So that's what it will cost you, $1 million right now. Now, if we actually believe it's going to actually go to the previous all-time high, you would need around 50,000 RUNE tokens, if not a little bit less, because the price is a little bit on the low side right now. I think one RUNE token right now is about close to $5. And if we're actually talking about a 10x scenario, which I believe it will, that rune's going to reach $50, you're going to need 20,000 rune. And this will actually make you a millionaire. So, as I always say, this is never financial advice. This is just my opinion. But you can see how the numbers work out. And you can actually use CoinStats. This is a very nice website. It has a lot of tools that you can use. And you can play around with it. So, I'm sorry I got confused before, but we got that straight away. So, to sum it up, RUNE is a project that's rapidly growing. It has major innovations. They're always working. I know there's going to be some more catalysts coming soon. And whether you're in it for the tech or actually the potential gains, RUNE is definitely one to watch and one of my favorites. Now, let me know in the comments if you actually like RUNE, if you own any RUNE, if you think it's enough to secure your spot as a coveted millionaire in the future. Let's just remember that millionaire traders win. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you actually like my content and you find some value, wait for the next video. Take care.